So I wanted to quickly talk about mentoring because it is a huge topic that is talked about today, especially for men, even though it's important for men and women. It's specifically talked about for men in America, being that the narrative is there are not enough men present. Where have the men went, and where are the men that could move boys into men or teach boys to be men? So I wanted to share my hot take on it. So finding finding in-person mentorship is very hard in today's climate. People who would make for good mentors are busy with work, family, kids, and etc. Our culture doesn't leave much space for individuals in their prime to genuinely and consistently mentor an individual. But thankfully, mentorship doesn't have to be done one way. Many of these people have books, podcasts, seminars, workshops, and etc. that can help move you in the right direction. It's still possible to find a mentor. So, a lot of times when we talk about mentorship, people just think about mentorship being a face to face relationship because that's how it's usually viewed as. That's how it's been. But because of social media, the internet, Zoom video calls, phone calls, we have been able to to communicate in different ways using the internet. That's really what it is. And a lot of people are truly there's two things that happen. One, a lot of people are just against it. A lot of people are against it because they want to be mentored how they think mentoring is supposed to be done, which is face to face, which I still believe is the best way to mentor, right? When you're close to somebody, having a personal, physical relationship, seeing each other, or either people just don't know about it. They don't know that you could be mentored virtually. And so they never actually try to explore it. And real quick, before I go any deeper, if you are someone who is against being mentored online or virtually, isn't it better to at least have some type of mentorship than no mentorship at all? No mentorship at all? Yeah, it's not 100% the same, but it'll still have an impact on you, still have value for you. It'll still be effective for you. To say that you don't want it at all because it's virtual doesn't really make any sense, especially if we are in a time to where we are like I believe it is a struggle in my personal experience and what I've heard outside, like what I hear the narrative and what I've seen in my own personal experience. It is hard to find a good male mentor because a lot of the guys who would make for good mentors are busy working hard, raising their families, taking care of their kids, taking care of their wives. They have a lot of responsibilities. And usually, guys who are ready to mentor others are usually around the age of 45 and older. And that's prime time for them. You know, kids are in college. They're trying to pay off the mortgage. They might have grandkids, probably not, probably don't have grandkids coming, but kids are usually around in high school, college. They're very, very busy. You know, they're probably at the peak of their career, a lot of responsibilities. To expect that these men really truly have time to sit down with you for an hour, you know, or 2 hours or 3 hours a week to be able to mentor you and really fully like to mentor you and fully invest into you is crazy. I don't think, and look, we could fight, you know, we could bring up the argument, oh, if they really cared, they would make time, right? And yeah, that could be true, but at the same time, how can we try to get them involved? How can we try, instead of trying to get them to just change, like, hey, do this differently? Hey, why don't you create time in your schedule? How do we work alongside with them? And one thing I have noticed is that there are a lot of good people, a lot of good men who are putting up a lot of good content and have programs, retreats, things set up to where they are mentoring other men, other young men. And I'm not talking about coaching or training. I'm talking about mentoring. And let me give you the definition that I found on mentoring on Google. A couple of definitions. So the first Google definition is an experienced and trusted advisor. A second definition is an experienced person in a company, college, or school who trains and counsels new employees or students. And right here, Google AI, right here says A mentor is a person who can support, advise, and guide you. They typically take the time to get to know you and the challenges you are facing, and then use their understanding and personal experience to help you improve. And right here, and a role of a mentor, I'm gonna keep going. Role of A mentor's role is to guide and support a less experienced person by offering advice, sharing their knowledge, providing constructive feedback, and expanding the mentee's professional network. A good mentor acts as a trusted advisor, a supportive role model, and a resource person, focusing on the mentee's personal and professional development and helping them achieve their goals. And right here, this is really good. What a mentor is not. What is not a mentor? While coaching, a mentor, like I said, is not coaching and training, because coaching focuses on performance. Training teaches specific skills. Mentoring is a relationship focused on personal and professional growth through shared experience and guidance. And anything that I just explained, it had nothing to do, it had nothing to say about being face to face. You can be mentored online. At some point, we have to accept the fact that we just don't have great men to just go find and mentor us, because they are extremely busy. They are extremely busy. And on top of it, if you want to be mentored, you have to go look for it. You truly have to go look for it. But thankfully, there are guys who are taking their time, even if they build it as a business, even they build it as a business so they could continuously do it, to get to know people one on one, have relationships, and mentor them by building an actual relationship and building an actual relationship and focus on the personal and professional growth. And this mentor is somebody that you can relate to anyways, so you connect with them to begin with. You could read some of, you could listen. We need more mentorship. We don't have enough men that are mentoring. At least men you could find for free or just willy-nilly to picking up mentees. There are people out here who are trying to fill that gap. Do we need more? Yes. But are they out there? Yes. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend their seminars and their meetings, their retreats. Get to know them personally. You might luck out and really connect with this person, and you could become extremely close with them, even if it's not a person. Let's say you join a seminar or whatever it is, this, and you have a conversation with them, and they decide to take you under as a mentee. That could be an option. Something else as well too. If you're working a job and you know you love the job and you know this is your long-term career, if you should really search around the company and try to find somebody who is in a similar role to you or somebody you can relate to, and ask them to mentor you. Because if you are working in the same job, they have a reason to be talking to you. And if they're willing and you're willing, you could build a really strong relationship, and they could talk to you about personal and professional growth, give you advice, give you those things that you need. But you have to go looking for it. You have to go looking for it. But a good place to start, if you're somebody who is not, if you're not at a job position or you're not a career path to where you could really find a really, really good mentor, or either you don't have the money or the resources to be able to attend seminars, meet one on one with people or in group settings, whatever it is. Start off with these books and these podcasts. These podcasts are free information. At minimum, the podcast will at least let you know if this person is somebody you feel like you can relate to and connect to, and where you feel like you have shared experiences with, which is very important. Somebody who has similar experiences to you and they have success in their lives, because now they could tell you how they worked through those experiences, those similar experiences you had to be able to get to where they're at. Right? At minimum, reading their books, their biographies, their autobiographies, whatever material they're writing on their blogs, following them on social media, listening to their podcasts. People are dropping a lot of good stuff on there. All right, so that's my take on mentorship, right? We have a problem. We have a lack of mentors, lack of men that are willing to mentor at this capacity on a personal level. The solution is chase mentorship. Get your hands on any information you can get on. Find somebody who you could connect to, who you feel like is speaking to you, and then try your best to get connected with them. Get connected with them in any way you could imagine. Right? Seminar, see what they're offering, what products, the resources they have, whatever it is. Try to get in on that. And if you can't get in on it, do the free version, podcast, or probably buy a book, much cheaper option, right? Or whatever it is. But find a mentor. There are people out there that are looking for us, right? And I'm sharing this is because it's something that I really have struggled with. As much as I know mentoring is extremely important, it has been extremely hard to find consistent mentors, right? Which is why you have to, if you really want that, you really got to work for it. You got to work for it. There's no easy answer to it.